Hey, it's Donny.P, the human water moccasins, trending topic. No 4th of July, but you know I'm popping. I'm here to spark some shit up. But this right here gonna pretty much be like an introduction on how I became woke. And right now I'm out here in nature at the lake. But we're gonna jump straight into it, man. First things first, I started seeing these numbers. And it wasn't just 1111, it was 111, 222, 333. I'm seeing all these type of numbers, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, something going on out of the ordinary, you know what I mean? And by this time I had got out of a bad relationship, you know what I'm saying, trying to work on myself, messed around, lost my job, man. And I'm like, damn, you know, all hope is lost. So all I really got now is to chase is really music and try to find a way of motivation to make some money. So all of a sudden, man, I started, you know, looking up videos, and I came across Brother Polite. You know, he kind of sparked my awakening. And, you know, he was just talking about that, when they say Mary the Virgin, he was saying that the word back then, a virgin, really meant this. You know, we just say it means this in the English language of biblical terms, but he was saying that a virgin ain't nothing but a unmarried woman. You know, I'm like, dang, you know. And he was just talking about that how every animal is here to benefit mankind, you know. And all is one and one is all, and you'll learn that, you know what I'm saying, as you research. But it was an interview with Brother Polite and Vlad, and it was just talking about the places Jesus been, and you know, it ain't nothing but from here to here, and they make it seem like this way and that way in the Bible. So at this time too, me and my parents were having a, you know, little altercation with me not showing up on Sundays and all that type of stuff. So, you know, I kind of fell out of the church phase when I really started learning, you know, what's up. You know, not knocking it or nothing. But that was just how it happened for me. And I'm steady seeing these numbers. So all of a sudden, I'm, you know, these week after week or time after time. But I'm looking at Nipsey Hussle interviews and what he got going. And he actually dropped the place called Vector 90. You can get into that on one of his interviews on my birthday. So I'm like, damn, that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? And like now, you know me, you know, I'm really in tune with like what he was trying to do, his moving, and you know, all that type of stuff. So I'm looking at him, and all of a sudden, like when he died, I automatically knew why he died. You know what I mean? It just is part of the matrix. You know, once you start elevating and you start really tampering with the black community consciousness to bring them to a higher level of thinking, you know what I'm saying, it's your time to go. And that was that. So I ran across this Steve Harvey interview or whatever, and I think he have Motivational Mondays on his Steve Harvey show or whatever. But you know, it was one end of the show, and he was like, write down 300 things, you know what I'm saying? He said, once you get to about 125 or something, he said, you're going to get stuck. But just keep on, you know, writing what you want in life. So I got this time off, you know, I ain't getting no unemployment, you know what I mean? I'm still thriving off what I got in my account. And, so I'm like, man, I need to try this. So this was like October 2019, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to lead y'all up to the present moment. So that ended up happening, and then I wrote down the list or whatever. So all of a sudden, I'm still seeing these numbers though, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I gotta get in tune, you know, with what this is. So I started looking up what the numbers mean. And you know, I'm like, so it's all kind of like, you know, making sense that you know, my ancestors, or however you want to put them, determine on what you believe, angels, ancestors, spiritual guides, they can only get in tune with you through numbers and send you signals and signs, and it get deep. But anyways, I'm trying not to make this video too long, but I'm trying to put a little emphasis on some things. But anyways, the first couple things got marked off. They were like little minor things, you know what I'm saying, that I ain't really take heed to. But all of a sudden I seen this coast to coast, and now I'm not knowing, because this happened in December. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing. I wrote this in October. So all of a sudden I signed up for the coast to coast and stuff. So not knowing, even though I'm reading this list, you know what I'm saying, every night and day, I'm not doing it consistently. You know what I'm saying? The best I was probably doing is probably 3 times a week, 2 times a week. I wasn't really hitting the nail on the head, but I was meditating, you know, taking my cold showers. I'm really trying to do some stuff all at once. So, you know, I'm kind of here and there with it. And, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden learn about semen retention, trying to stop sex, like all this type of spiritual stuff I'm trying to do all at one time, and I'm here and there. And, you know, I guess that's a part of it, you know what I'm saying, finding yourself and, you know, really getting in tune with yourself to find out what and who you really are, especially black. But I signed up for the coast to coast, man, and then all of a sudden I read the list that night. I'm like, dang, I can mark this off my list. So I read my list, it was like, when the coast to coast. So anyways, it come down to the coast to coast or whatever. And I got fearful. I started to bag out. I'm like, man, I ain't got no hits. I ain't even got no song that, you know, really my time really fucking with me on or nothing like that. And, you know, my brother like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you just got to get heard, man. You bumping, you know what I'm saying? You got it. Like, you just different. So anyway, push come to shove, I end up performing. And I won the coast to coast, not knowing that was on my list. So all of a sudden I won the coast to coast, performed at the coast to coast. And so then some more stuff on my list was like invest in the stock and find a way to work for yourself. So I end up getting a call about selling home auto and life insurance, which I'm currently studying for and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, boom, that ended up happening. I got recruited for that. And a couple weeks later, my pops came to me, you know what I mean? He like, I got this guy at work, you know, doing 4X, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is that? He was like, it's a foreign stock exchange. You invest in these stocks. So boom, I'm marking investing in stocks off my list. And all of a sudden, it was like, on my list I had find a way for my parents to start working. So all of a sudden, my dad, like, he a good cook and stuff, and he wanted to get this restaurant. And I'm trying to make this short as I can. And all of a sudden now, he got him a big old pit grill, one of them big old roll around grills, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to say that, you know what I'm saying, that Steve Harvey was right, that, you know, if you in tune with God, the creator, the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, you can manifest and create anything that you want, but it got to be from the heart, you know what I'm saying? Don't think you can treat people any kind of way or, you know, bash people from this or that. I don't try to do that, you know what I'm saying? I just try to speak the truth and be honest with it, you know what I mean? But I mean, waking up, it ain't an easy project, you know what I'm saying, at all, because you're gonna have trials and tribulation, because you're trying to defeat your old self, and you're trying to become this new version of yourself, you know what I mean, and do away with all your old habits, your old ways, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't lay down drinking and smoking and eating meat. Like, you know, it was kind of easy for me to get back off of, because if you watched the video yesterday, you know what I mean. I was celebrating and kicking it from like July the 4th, like I say, all the way up to yesterday, for my brother's wedding, and you know, just to relive my whole life, why I did it. People pleasing, you know what I'm saying, but I'm back on the straight and narrow, you know what I mean, and that's pretty much my introduction on, you know, my spiritual awakening, how I became awoke, you know what I'm saying. Any questions or anything, drop them in the box.